various treatments. Ashtaang Chikitsa can also be used as a preventive method so that you keep your internal organs functioning at their optimum levels. Are your doctors telling you your problem cannot be cured but will only have to be managed? Organs do not regenerate. Today is the day that you will certainly come to know you may not have to take medicines lifelong to manage your disease. Your problem can certainly be cured. Organs can definitely regenerate. Now I'd like to introduce you all to Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji, a rare Kumbhak yogi. Swamiji has been transforming lives of thousands of people who have not found relief even after years of using allopathic medicine. He has taken people out of chronic diseases like thyroid, BP, heart, diabetes, and even life-threatening diseases like cancer, for which we all know there is no cure. People have to just manage their disease. Who is this webinar for? For people who are tired of temporary treatments and are looking for something natural and permanent, for people who want to take charge of their health in their own hands and are willing to work on themselves to come out of their health issues. Reversing Neuro Musculoskeletal Problems with Ashtaang Chikitsa, Freedom from Pain and Medicine. Ashtaang Chikitsa can heal. Of course, the list is endless. But these are the commonest problems that we see across participants: knee pain, lower back pain, hip issues, pain in the leg, drop foot, spine-related issues, slip disc bulge, weak spine, spondylitis, frozen shoulder, drooping shoulder, tennis elbow, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, dislocation, neuropathy, or the nerve issue. Ashtaang Chikitsa can further heal certain very, very chronic problems like muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, TMJ disorder, varicose veins, psoriatic arthritis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, spinal stenosis, myasthenia gravis, Bell's palsy, cervical spondylosis, carpal tunnel syndrome, ataxia, Guillain-Barré syndrome, AVN, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, glaucoma, vertigo, ankylosing spondylitis. All these diseases that we just talked about are degenerative diseases, which means that the organs are really becoming weak. So a long-term or permanent solution is possible if we can somehow increase the regeneration factor of the body. But no medicine can regenerate the organs, be it allopathic, Ayurvedic, homeopathy, or any other medicine. In today's webinar, you will discover the one and only method that can regenerate the internal organs. Let's hear from Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji. Please pay attention to what he has to say about the human body and the diseases, because you will not find this information anywhere else. Through his knowledge, thousands of people suffering from chronic ailments have transformed their lives completely. It can change yours also. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Now, I will just let you know how we are going to proceed in the webinar. After this, you're going to listen to the recorded video of Swamiji, where you're going to get to know how the human system works and how breath can do miracles in reversing your current symptoms. After that, we will be having somebody live who's been a part of Ashtaang Chikitsa program and how he or she has benefited by it. You'll get to know. Then we will be sharing the online program details. And last but not the least, Swamiji himself will be joining us live to take up your question in the limited time. So please take your virtual seats and let there be no disturbances so that you can understand in a very, very perfect manner how the human system works and how breath would transform your life. Over to Anilji to share the video.
It's our Kumbhak therapy. Anybody who has heard this name Kumbhak before? Have you ever heard this name Kumbhak? People into Yog Kalachara, they might have heard this word Kumbhak. But what we are presenting is a part of Ayurveda, not yoga. So it will be a little different, right? This is a part of Ayurveda. Now to introduce you to Kumbhak, are you doing Kumbhak in your daily life? So let's start from there. Anybody and everybody cannot do any function without Kumbhak. So let's understand Kumbhak first, and let's see what can Kumbhak do in your life. So anybody and everybody cannot function without doing Kumbhak. So let's do an experiment, right? We'll do an experiment. And you have put your cameras off. I don't know whom I'm speaking to. It's when people gather together, it's an opportunity to actually see faces and meet people. And you don't know tomorrow will be there or not. Can anybody guarantee? So enjoy your today. If possible, put on your cameras. Clasp your fingers. Clasp your fingers. And pull hard. Pull hard. As hard as possible. How you creating this strength of pull? Relax. How you are pulling. How you are pulling. Lot of things might be coming to your mind. Using the strength of your muscles, using your conviction, using your mind and whatnot. But you are not looking at the right point. So let's do it again, and wherever I am indicating, look there. Let's do it again. If you do the experiment, you will know what I am talking about. So everybody should participate. Pull hard. And see, the more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes or no? The more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Can we now push? Can we do a pushing experiment? Push hard. And see, the more hard you want to push, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes? Yes? Now pick up a point in front of you. Pick up a point in front of you. A small object or a point in front of you. And try to focus without distraction. Focus on that point. Focus on that point. Become absolutely still and focus on that point. The more focus you want to create, you'll see your breath will become shallow and it will hold up. You know, you can relax, you can relax. I don't know if you had breakfast or not. You had breakfast? You had breakfast, okay. Just remember clearly with your closed eyes. Remember clearly in detail what kind of breakfast you had in the morning. Close your eyes and try to remember in detail the colorful imagination. See, even if you have to remember, you have to hold your breath. And then your remembrance becomes better. Okay, relax. Somebody talked about dementia. What is your problem? Why you are not able to remember? Because you are not able to hold your breath. Now, if you have to balance yourself, stand on one leg, or somebody is pushing you. You want to stay on the ground. You want to hold the ground. What do you do? What do you do? Somebody wants to push you and you want to hold the ground. What do you do? You hold your breath. Yes. You want to stand on one leg. Create a balance. How do you create a balance? You hold your breath. Right? How do you dance? How do you sing? How do you walk? You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Don't notice it. You don't notice it. You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Walking, jogging, yoga, Zumba, aerobics, whatever you do, household chore, whatever you do, even you have to get up from the chair. What did you do? You held your breath for a short time, isn't it? Can you do any action without holding your breath behind? You can't. The only thing is you are not noticing it. You are not noticing it. So action in life happens because of kumbhaka, the breath hold that you did in variable proportion at variable point of time, in variable mode, sitting, standing, lying down. What you are doing? You are holding your breath, or you are doing kumbhaka. You are doing kumbhak to do an action. Now in all your problems, in neuro musculoskeletal problems, what is the basic issue that you have? It is inability to do action properly. Yes or no? Any kind of neuro musculoskeletal problem, what is the basic issue that you are suffering from? You are not able to do action properly. When you do action, either you feel pain, or you do not have that kind of strength, or you do not have hold over your limbs. Yes? So let's understand the basic problem. Only if we understand the basic problem and we connect it with something which is practical, you can come out of the problem. Otherwise, in the last 100 years, tell me one person who has come out of arthritis by taking medicine. One person who has come out of rheumatoid by taking medicine. One person who has come out of Parkinson, dementia, and so on and so forth, osteoporosis, by taking any kind of medicine. We do not have even a single proof in the last 100 years that we have come out of these problems by taking medicine. And I am talking about chemical medicine, allopathic medicine. Now one more commonsensical question. Would you put diesel into a petrol engine or a petrol vehicle? No? No, never? Never. So, tell me, was your body designed for a chemical intake? Your body was not designed for chemical intake. For the vehicle, you use your common sense. For human, your body, where does this common sense go? If your body is not designed for chemical intake, your body is not going to become better or healthier by chemical intakes. So where is the proof? All these disease Are they increasing in the world or decreasing in the world? It's all increasing. All the chronic disease are increasing in the world. Is there a single diabetic patient who has come out of diabetes by taking medicine in the last 100 years? One blood pressure heart disease patient? Do you know blood pressure and heart disease has become the number one cause of death? Thyroid patient, have you been able to cure any thyroid patient? Autoimmune disorder patient? Cancer is increasing at the rate of 12% every year. Arthritis, rheumatoid, and you listen to all those problems. Neuro Musculoskeletal Problems. Even a single patient hasn't been able to come out of these problems by taking chemical medicine. In fact, the data says these all problems are rampantly increasing in the world. So it is high time that we look in some other direction. We think out of the box. With a different kind of a false narrative, you are not going to become better. You start with one medicine, and how many medicines you have come up to? Now, if we understand this body, we can understand how we can reverse our problems. The whole purpose is to reverse these problems. So one example, the core key of how to reverse your problem, I have given it through an experiment. So whenever you make effort, you use kumbhak. Now effort happens with your neuro musculoskeletal system. You use your breath hold to integrate your neuro musculoskeletal system to make an effort. Right? So if your neuro musculoskeletal system do not get the proper regeneration and degeneration, you will not be able to make right effort or proper effort. What I am talking about is regeneration in the body, new tissues forming, and degeneration of the body, old tissues going out of the body. This is a continuous process that is happening in the body. So let's see, is this regeneration and degeneration, the balance of this has deviated in the world? So what is your knee problem? What is your knee problem? The regeneration of cartilages are not happening. Myelitis, or what you call as myopathy, muscle loss, muscle weakness, what is that? The regeneration is not happening properly. The arthritis factor also happens because of lot of toxins at the joint. The degeneration is not happening properly. Toxins are not getting removed from the body properly. So this regeneration and degeneration is something that we have to get into balance. How many people you see are overweight or underweight in today's world? This problem is huge in the world, isn't it? Either the people are overweight or underweight. To maintain the right weight balance has become difficult in the world. Yes, isn't it? Yes. What is the basic problem? It is the imbalance of regeneration and degeneration. In Ayurveda, the rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. There is a word for it in Ayurveda. The rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. The energy of regeneration and degeneration is called as Pitta. And the material management in regeneration and degeneration is called as Kapha. So Ayurveda says, if there is a deviation of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, you will get into Neuro Musculoskeletal Problem. I am generalizing it. Any kind of neuromusculoskeletal problem comes under what I am describing. So, I will describe it in another way also. But let's first talk about regeneration and degeneration. Now, this regeneration and degeneration depends upon what? It depends upon your body's ability to utilize food. What you term as metabolism. Your body's ability to utilize food. The food that you eat, the body should be able to utilize it to create new tissues, to create muscles, to create bone density, to create nervous system or nerves. Now this metabolism has gone weak in the world. What is the proof? Do you know neuromusculoskeletal problem is a metabolic disorder? Do you know diabetes is metabolic disorder? Do you know heart disease is metabolic disorder? Thyroid is metabolic disorder. Cancer is metabolic disorder. Any kind of chronic disease has a metabolic disorder in its core. Even your immune system disorder, autoimmune disease and other immune disorder, metabolism is a precursor to any immune system disorder. And they work inversely proportional. If your immunity is high, your metabolism will come down. Your immunity will go high when your body will get into some kind of risk. Do you think when you put a chemical inside the body gets into risk? Your body is not designed for chemical intake. When you put a chemical medicine into your body, the body gets into risk. It enhances, increases the immune system and downplays the metabolic system. All metabolic disorder is increasing in the world because of chemical medicine intake increasing rampantly in the world. One major factor of why you have got into neuromusculoskeletal problem is from childhood you are taking in chemicals or pushing chemicals inside the body. In the name of vaccination, in the name of doing something good to your body, you are actually doing a criminal act with the body. And obviously, the health quotient of the world cannot increase because of your destruction or destructive activity on your own body. I'll give you one example. All of you must have some quantity of medicine at home. Everybody has paracetamol, yes or no? You have paracetamol or some kind of painkiller in your home, in your first aid box, right? Now what does, I'm just trying to make you understand. It is very important that you get it right. If you understand the whole thing clearly, then only you will be able to take a right decision towards correcting your system, isn't it? What you do in your life is your freedom. But you must get it clear in your head first. So, there are two kinds of painkillers. One is called as steroids. The other category is called as NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Your paracetamol, nimesulide, there are many, ibuprofen, aceclofenac, diclofenac, all these comes under NSAID. Now they do this pain relieving activity by inhibiting a biocomplex called prostaglandin. Prostaglandin inhibitors. They are called as prostaglandin inhibitors. Now prostaglandin, what it does? Prostaglandin activates the regenerative factor in your body. When you are taking a painkiller, you are saying, I don't want new tissues in my body. When you are taking a painkiller or you are trying to put down your fever, you basically are saying, I don't want regeneration in my body. So what will you get? When you take paracetamol, what will you get in the life? Arthritis, rheumatoid, myasthenia gravis, dementia, tendinitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, and so on and so forth. Because these are all degenerative disease. What will your body do if it has to kill a virus within itself? Everybody of you must have gone through some kind of cold and cough, viral flu or corona. In your life, you must have gone through all these cold and cough, viral flu, some kind of a viral infection. What happens when you get cold and cough? What happens first in your body? The body raises the temperature, what you call as fever. The body raises the temperature. By increasing the temperature by 5 degrees, the virus will get killed. But the moment body raises temperature, what do? Paracetamol. You are saying, I don't want you to kill the virus. So you want to treat yourself by taking medicine. If you don't take medicine, the viral will go off in 3 to 5 days. But if you take medicine, it will go off in a week to 15 days. But we are intelligent people, you know. We want to give credit to some medicine. So a week and 15 days is okay. Because if you would not have taken the medicine, you would have been treated in 3. You would have become well in 3 to 5 days. But we are intelligent people and we have to give credit to the recovery to some medicine. We choose a longer path. Okay, we'll become fine in 10 to 15 days, so we take medicine. Despite of your taking chemical intake, you are still living and breathing. Just pat your back, appreciate your body at least. With so much of torture, you are still living. This body is such a resilient entity. You have tried to kill it in every possible way, still it is living. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You are trying to stop or activate every function within yourself, within the body. The body knows how to survive, how to do action. Are you doing the heart activity inside the body? Your own body? Are you doing it? Are you conducting it? Are you conducting any function inside the body? Doing the heartbeat? You are not doing it. You don't know how it is happening. Liver function, are you doing it? Kidney function? Neuro function? No, you are not doing it. But you feel it is my right to stop any function inside the body or deviate any function inside the body. You take in a chemical. These chemicals are called agonist or antagonist. They either stop a function or deviate a function. So we have tried to kill this body in every possible way. If it is still surviving, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, isn't it? You must at least appreciate the sturdiness, the robustness of this mechanism, which is human body. Okay, so I just gave you a hint of what we are doing. Don't go on narrative. You all are intelligent species. Use your wisdom rather your information or education. Please use your wisdom. You are all intelligent people. Don't always agree to what somebody says. There is a wisdom of life there which is alive in you. If you think from that wisdom, you can see this very clearly. So, Vata Pitta Kapha. Now I'll talk about Vata Pitta Kapha in a way where we can actually correct it. So, the whole system or any living entity functions on 3 factors, which is Vata Pitta Kapha. Of course, I described it in a different manner. Now I am describing it in a different manner. First, the most powerful aspect which is needed inside your body is pressure. Pressure. Because action always happens in pressure gradient. So even if the cloud has to pour somewhere, you have read this rain cycle. From the sea, the water has to rise and become cloud. Then the cloud moves from high pressure to low pressure zone and pours down there. So even the cloud movement happens in a pressure gradient. From lower down in a tree, the tree has to pump water and mineral and all the food up. That happens in a pressure gradient from a high pressure to a lower pressure zone. In your body, food moves into your cells and out of your cells in a pressure gradient. You have to create a osmotic pressure. Your body has to create an osmotic pressure of the tissues and cells for proper intake and exchange of materials and gases and water. So your body functions in the right kind of a pressure ecosystem or architecture. If this pressure architecture goes down, your organs will not function properly. The absorption will not happen properly. Metabolism will not happen properly. Exchange of water, gases and nutrients will not happen properly. The right kind of pressure has to be generated in the body. Now I'm giving you one more example and proof to understand this. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. If you compare your grandfather and grandmother with yourself and think of the same age line, at the same age, what is the difference between them and you? One common difference. You can say they were not into these many problems. Yes, but what is that factor because of which they were not into all these chronic disease? They could make more effort with their body. You can't make that much of an effort with your body in comparison. They could do lot of things at a particular age with their body, make lot of effort. At the same age, you are not that efficient comparatively, isn't it? What we have lost through the ages, we have lost the capacity of effort making, of making effort. Our capacity of making effort is less than their capacity. So what you have lost fundamentally, if you have lost effort making ability, you have lost the capacity to hold your breath, because you make effort by holding your breath. Yes or no? Are you getting it? Are you with me? We have done an experiment. If somebody has joined later, they can watch the webinar again, because it is very important that you understand things. Only then your life will become better. It will not become better with ideas and narratives. So what you have lost in 2 generations, the ability to make effort with your body. That means you have lost the ability to hold your breath. Do you want to improve your life or not? Do you want to improve your effort making ability or not? Do you need a Kumbhak practice or not? Let me tell you, this is the only way through which your life experience, the quality of life will improve. There is no other way. If you think some medicine can improve your life, you are daydreaming. It will never happen. You must increase the body's ability to make effort. Now, what is metabolism? What is metabolism? The body's ability to utilize food. Now, take an example from your life's experience. You know, in your life, whenever you did lot of activity, that day you get lot of hunger. You become more hungry, isn't it? The more you become hungry, the more the body utilizes food. So with lot of effort in your young days, whenever you did lot of effort, lot of work, you became more hungry that day, you ate more food and your body utilized more food. How did you do that activity? Whatever activity that you did, by holding your breath in variable proportion. When you did kumbhak, your body's ability to utilize food and your hunger increased. So kumbhak increases metabolism. And we have lot of proof of that. There are thousands of people who have done kumbhak and they have improved their metabolism. Their regeneration capacity has increased. People with lot of degenerative disease, they have come out of those diseases. People have come out of degenerative neuro disease also. Paralysis. People have come out of paralysis. Drop foot, myasthenia gravis, lockjaw, frozen shoulder. And we always say, even in the case of Parkinson, there is only one way in which you can improve your condition, and that is by doing kumbhak. So first thing first, your metabolism has to improve. The moment your metabolism improves, the autoimmune factor of the body balances out. So whenever you take a pill or take some food which is deviated, genetically modified, hybrid, processed, inorganic, your body gets into risk. So it increases the immune quotient, the immune factor, the metabolism goes down. Whenever you take medicine, the immunity increases, metabolism goes down. We have deviated the environment also. Even with your breath, when you are breathing, your immune factor is trying to push up and your metabolism trying to go down. No doubt, all the metabolic diseases are on rise. They are becoming epidemic. So first thing first, you have to increase your metabolism. And that will happen with kumbhak. With kumbhak, you can increase your metabolism, and you'll see the moment you increase your metabolism, the autoimmune factor which is there inside the body, it goes down. It balances out itself. So even rheumatoid arthritis or any kind, Hashimoto or any kind of autoimmune syndrome in the body, it gets balanced out. It can become, you can reverse those things by taking in steroid. You will get into more and more problem. You should only take chemicals in a very emergency situation and for a short period of time. You should only take medicine when the condition is at a very high risk, and that too you should take it for a short period of time. Then you should ideally work upon the body in such a manner that your body's recovery strength, regenerative strength, metabolic strength, immunity, hormonal balance, detox strength, they improve. And the body should be able to take care by itself, because your body is designed for it. It can take care of anything by itself, but that strength has become very weak. So by kumbhak we can increase all those strengths. So you should be working upon the body. If you start doing kumbhak, you should work upon the body for at least 6 months. For 3 months continuously if you work, you can reduce 50% of your chemical medicine and take some alternative natural medicine. After 6 months, you decrease that 50% of chemical also to null. 100% of what medication you should be taking has to be natural, without any side effect, those kind of medication. Herbal. After 1 year, no medication at all. Because your body is designed to take care of itself. You don't have the recovery strength. That's what we will increase through Kumbhak. Now, you can't change the environment. The second factor. I'll talk about 3 factors and then we'll go towards the question answer session. We'll tell you a little about the course. So the second factor. With every chemical, you get a side effect. You get an adverse drug reaction in the body. Right? Now, it doesn't happen with just chemical intake. It happens with the deviated food intake also. It happens with the deviated environment also. Now you can't change the environment overnight. You should start changing the environment today. It will take 200 years. So what you should build is your tolerance toward a deviated environment. To build a tolerance toward a deviated food. To build a tolerance towards the adverse drug reaction. If you are tolerant enough, you will get less damage in the body. You can reduce the damage. You can reduce the adverse drug reaction. You can reduce the impact, the side effect of those things, isn't it? So how do you tolerate things? Now suppose you lift a 10 kg weight. You lift a 10 kg weight. How do you lift it up? How do you tolerate it? You hold your breath, isn't it? Can you lift any weight without holding your breath? No. The more weight you have to lift up, you'll have to hold your breath more. So you tolerate things by holding your breath. Suppose you have to now lift 20 kg weight. So you have to hold your breath even more, isn't it? How do you tolerate weight? 10 kg weight? By holding your breath in a certain proportion. Now if you have to lift 20 kg weight, you will have to hold your breath even more. Are you practicing it? No, you are not practicing it. You are not doing Kumbhak. So how will you ensure that you do the risk in your life, the future risk gets reduced in your life? How can you ensure then? If you do not improve the tolerance of this body. By taking medicine, you will land up in a hospital one day. That is for sure. And the organ damage will happen one after another. You have to ensure that you tolerate the wrongs, the side effects of whatever we are consuming at this point of time. Not only consumption, but the environment also. So if you have more tolerance, you will be saved. Otherwise, there is no chance. Right? Second part, I have told you. Tolerance. That's how your future risk and the tolerance to all the wrongdoings will increase. You will get less damage. Okay. So, metabolism you have to improve. Kumbhak will improve. Tolerance you have to build. That Kumbhak will do. Third thing. What is the greatest weakness in your body which has created all the damage? Do you know it? You actually don't know. What all your diagnostics do is basically measure the symptom that is happening. But why the damage happened inside the body, nobody can actually scan it, diagnose it, do any test of it. The diagnostic system, the current diagnostic system cannot even tell you 1% of the total things that is happening inside the body. So it is insufficient. We have to do some other kind of diagnosis which can tell us the root weakness in the system and work upon it for a faster result. So that is why we do the world's only Prana Shakti diagnosis, which actually diagnoses the weakness in the functional capacity of human body, a particular functional capacity. So we tell you to do a little experiment with your breath, with a little experiment with your body and emotions, and fill up the form. Those results actually help us to come to a conclusion of what functional aspect of your body has become weak, because of which you have got into a particular problem, and then the other problem also came along. That is what we take as a basis to customize your module. We teach you a generic module. All of you will be taught a generic or the same kind of a Kumbhak module, and after diagnosis we'll customize it as per your body. So everybody's Kumbhak module gets customized according to the problem the person is facing, because all of you don't have the same problem, isn't it? You have all different problems, and it has progressed into multiple issues also, but something might have started first. So we do a diagnosis, a different non-invasive world's only Prana Shakti diagnosis, which actually tells us the functional weakness of your body. Right? We don't test ingredients. We don't test levels. We test the functional weakness of your body. And we customize the module according to that, so that you get a faster and a better result. So pressure I talked about is one thing through which you do action. The temperature of your body also has an ability to treat you or and keep you in a better health. That is called as Pitta. Pressure and temperature actually does the material management of your body. So pressure is called as Vata. Pressure also generates or regulates the temperature of your body. So it is called as Pitta, the temperature factor. And the third factor is Kapha, which is basically material management, which happens because of pressure and temperature. So this is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. The most powerful way to correct Vata, Pitta, Kapha is regulating the pressure. You can regulate the pressure by breath hold only. There is no other way. So we control the Vata. The Vata is controlled by pressure. The pressure also regulates the Pitta, temperature of your body. So Vata, Pitta gets control. Vata, Pitta together controls the material management, the Kapha factor in your body. The regeneration, degeneration thereby gets into balance, right? So just by two factors, regeneration, degeneration, I have explained how it can be corrected and what are you doing to correct it, what is the right approach, what you are doing, how it is a wrong approach. You can take a proof of evidence of the numbers, the data of people into disease and how much it is increasing day by day. From there you can have the evidence of what I am saying, and you also know it through your own experience. So the experiments that we did, it's all into your experience. So we have to look at the health of humanity from a completely different perspective to actually reverse it, come to a state of health and happiness. Right? I'll stop here.
Thank you so much for listening to Swamiji patiently. Now, I would like to invite one of the participants who's been a part of Ashtaang Chikitsa and how he or she has benefited by it. You just get to know. So, I would like to invite Jamna Ben Patel ma'am and Dalina ma'am. So, Dalina ma'am can start off maybe. Thank you so much, Dalina ma'am, for joining us today evening. So could you let us know in brief what was your condition before you joined Ashtaang Chikitsa and after how long you could see improvements, also the doubts in your mind before you joined the program? Ma'am, could you unmute, please?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I joined in I think September. Yeah, the previous batch with Arjit Ji as our mentor. And I'm in my 60s, 66. So I'm just getting all sorts of little pains and things around in my clavicle, arms, elbow joints, and so on. So I saw this ad and I thought, well, let me try this because I do love yoga and I do believe that yoga has much to offer. So what has changed over the past 3 months is that my clavicle pain has gone. We only just got our customized Kriya. So I've only just started the customized Kriya, but with the generalized Kriya, I found that the pains were gradually diminishing. The clavicle pain has almost gone, just a little bit. If I touch here, it's not there anymore. Then before, if I touch my elbow, this part, I was thinking I was getting bursitis. So that pain is gone, but it is there. But if I touch it, it doesn't hurt as it did before. Knee too has slightly reduced. It also depends on what I'm doing. So sometimes I work with kids, so I carry them. So that might put a strain on my body. Yeah, there are other pains, other problems as well. So I'm looking forward to, over time, them also gradually diminishing and getting, becoming healthier.
Thank you so much, Dalina ma'am, for sharing your journey. Now I would like to request Jamna ma'am to please share her journey of Ashtaang Chikitsa. So, ma'am, even in brief, if you could let us know what were your doubts, because it's an online program across the globe, and what exactly was your situation when you joined, and how long did you take to see the changes in you, or in your symptoms, rather? Ma'am, could you please unmute? Yes, good to go.
Okay. Before I joined in October. I had a bad osteoarthritis on my knee, and then I couldn't even sit on the floor. And walking was difficult, and I didn't have no energy. Like lunchtime, I was exhausted. And now, since I joined October, I can see after a couple of weeks, I can see a lot of improvement. I used to wear support for my all day, sometime when I'm walking, and that I needed, but now I only wear it if I'm going out. And also I sit on the floor and I do yoga as well, and all the other exercise with the foundation too. So I have found a lot of improvement, and I feel a lot better confidence. And I see like futures, I'm looking forward to it now. Before I was thinking, oh, I have to have operation and do this and that. But there's a lot of improvement I've seen. So I'm so happy that, I've joined, and it's quite helped me a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your journey. Now, I would like to request Anilji to please share the program details with our participants. And
Thank you.
thereafter, we will be taking the question and answers.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachna ji. Just give me a second as I share my screen. Okay, so a lot of people may be waiting for the program details, so we'll go through them very fast, but we'll try to explain things in as much detail as possible. First thing, this is a guided program conducted online by trained Kumbhak mentors. There's a team of mentors trained by Swamiji. They'll be the ones who will be conducting your classes. This is the first thing. As you must have come to know by now, there are three modules in the program, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Now, as these names you must have heard, a lot of people must have heard in Ayurveda. So it's a part of Ayurveda. The kumbhak that is used in this program is a part of Ayurveda and not yoga, because kumbhak is used in yoga also. But since there are 1,000 types of kumbhak, so the kumbhak that will be used is a part of Ayurveda and not yoga, because a lot of people misunderstand this. Duration of each module is 21 days or 3 weeks. Now, there's 1 week extra that has been added. You can see here 9 plus 1. So, total engagement will be of 10 weeks instead of the 9 weeks. And why 1 week has been added, we'll also come to know about that. There will be a total of 18 classes, which means 2 live classes will be conducted per week for 9 weeks. Out of these 2 classes, one is called the main class and the second one is called the practice class. And we'll get to know the difference between the two. What are the next steps? You pay the program fee and there's a special group fee that we announce in live webinars for people who attend it live. Then you'll be filling up a participant onboarding form so that we can create login credentials to access the course recording, the class recordings. And you'll then start your classes with module 1. All 3 modules have to be completed one by one, because the full program or the complete program is made up of all 3 modules. There's no choice to select either of the 3. Every module has to be completed one by one. Now, every module has 6 classes, and since there are 3 modules, it becomes 18 learning classes, plus there's one customization class also. What is this customization class? That also we'll understand. So there'll be a total of 19 live sessions. What is the class start date? The next batch is starting on 5th January 2026, Monday, 7 p.m. Australia time. What is the class experience like? As you must have understood by now, these are live sessions conducted on the Zoom app. And since it's an online program, it will be compulsory to keep your camera switched on during the classes. Because our mentors, they watch each and every participant to see how you are doing the Kumbhak practices or Kumbhak Kriyas. Then there'll be written instructions. Session recordings will be provided to everyone through a login ID and password. And there'll be a lot of extra things like mental practices will be there. You'll get a unique diet perspective or food perspective. Mind you, this is not a diet plan because there are no diet plans given. Uh, you'll get a video from Swamiji in which he talks about how to use food so that it supports the body and not harm it. And there are no dietary restrictions while doing this therapy, as a lot of natural healing treatments they involve controlled food intake, but there are no dietary restrictions while doing this therapy. And there's one common question that we get: do we have to give up non-vegetarian food? No, you do not have to. You continue having the kind of food that you are used to eating. Then there'll be simple detox processes, and a lot of knowledge will be shared during these 9 weeks that you'll be with us. Now, let's talk about what all you get in the program. How is the support given? How is the diagnosis done? And the first point is about that only. Pran Shakti diagnosis or root cause determination. Now, it's a unique diagnosis and one of its kind on the whole planet. Why do we say that? Because first of all, this is a non-medical diagnosis and It's an online diagnosis. Now, both the things may sound very strange to you, that what is a non-medical diagnosis and how can it be done online? Let me explain. You'll get a link to a form and you'll be asked to do some experiments on your breath and emotions and note observations in this form. Second, you'll be writing about all your health issues in detail in this form and in the order that they occurred in. You write that first this problem came, then this, then this. In this way, you'll be writing. And third, you'll be uploading a selfie photograph, shoulder and above, in which the face should show very clearly, but there have to be no specs on the eyes. And in case of ladies, no makeup also. When these three things reach Swamiji, he is able to determine the weak functional strengths in your body due to which you have landed in your current health issues. If you paid attention to what Swamiji said in the video, in the end also he was talking about what is the functional, the basic functional weakness in the body, because that led to all the other problems also. Something started first. So through this diagnosis, he is able to determine what started it all. This is Pran Shakti diagnosis. Then there'll be weekly one main class of 45 to 60 minutes and a practice class of 45 to 60 minutes. Now, what is the difference between the two? In the main class, the mentors will demonstrate each Kumbhak practice because there's a count, there's a formula, there's a count till which you have to inhale, there's a count till which you have to hold, and while holding, where all you will be focusing, because this is a combination of focus points and breath hold. Then there'll be a count till which you have to exhale, there'll be a count till which you have to hold again after exhalation in some of the practices. So it's a formula. So they'll demonstrate first in the main class how it is to be done. Then in some of the classes, Swamiji's videos may be played for more in-depth knowledge. And in the end, there'll be some time left where you'll be practicing whatever was demonstrated. This is the main class. And as the name says, in the practice class, it will be complete practice only with your cameras switched on. Then you'll have access to recordings of the live classes for 3 months after the program is over. 9 weeks is about 2.5 months. So 2.5 months plus 3 months. So total access to recordings will be of 5.5 months. Videos of all kriyas done in the class. These will be small videos, short videos of each Kumbha practice that was demonstrated in the main classes. So you don't have to watch the whole recording of the class just to see how a particular kriya was demonstrated. You just watch that video, which may take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to watch, and you are done. Then written instructions will be there, which can be downloaded and printed also. And these will come very handy when you're traveling or when internet is low or when internet is not there at all. If you have the written instruction either on your device or in a printed form, you'll be able to do your practices easily on a daily basis. Then this is the most important part of the support system that we provide, the private WhatsApp group to ask your doubts and questions in. Like I said, there'll be 2 live classes per week for 9 weeks. The remaining days of the week, you will be required to practice on your own. And while practicing on your own, if you have any doubt or questions, this is the place to ask them in. Your mentors will be there in these groups. They'll be answering all your questions, they'll clarify all your doubts, and they'll keep on guiding you in a step-by-step manner. Then, as you know, there are 3 modules in the program. After every module, you'll be filling up a short form, which we call progress tracking or a feedback form. Through this form, we come to know how much of progress you're making. And if somebody is not making any progress, we try to find out the reason. We try to find out if you are practicing as instructed or not. We try to find out if you are doing the practices on a regular basis or not. So this is a very important part. Then therapy customization is done in the 10th week. The diagnosis will be done in the first 10 days of joining the program, starting the program. But this will be used in the 10th week when your therapy will be customized. Now, a question arises, if the diagnosis is done in the first week, why the customization happens in the 10th week? There's a reason behind it, why this is so. These customized practices are really powerful. And if given in the first week only, in the beginning only, the body will not be able to bear the impact of these powerful practices. Because when we are talking about a chronic disease, neuromusculoskeletal problem, there's already internal weakness. So, in these 9 weeks, the internal strength of the organs are brought to a level wherein, when you are given the customized practices, your body will not get into any kind of problem. That's why they are given in the 10th week. Then, apart from that, you'll be given recorded audio instructions, which you can just listen to and do your practices. A lot of people like this because they just play it on their device, either on the laptop or their mobile phones, and they keep practicing along with the instructions. This saves a lot of time because in a video you have to watch and do, but here you just listen and do. It saves the time. Uh, for most of the people, Kumbhak is something new. So that the confidence that comes into such a kind of a therapy is not so much, which is okay, which is normal. So to gain some confidence, you can go to Google and type Avisa healing and look at some reviews. There are about 300 or so reviews, and they keep on increasing every day. And just note the average star rating is 4.8. And once you start reading them, you'll find that most of them are really long ones. And why are they so long? Because after so many years, when people get benefited after trying every therapy, after going through every treatment, we just want to talk about it. And for people who want to watch people talk about it, we just had two previous participants talk to you, share their experience live. But if you want to see more such success stories, you can go to YouTube and type Avisa Healing. This green color logo, you'll find this is our YouTube channel. Uh, you go there, click on playlists, and then on Ashtaang Chikitsa testimonial. There are more than 500 testimonials. Uh, and only 10% of people give testimonial because most of them do not want to talk about their health issues publicly. But these are the people who are courageous enough, who want to motivate so that people get confidence and then they can take advantage of this amazing therapy. You can go there and just see what people are saying about this. What's the course fees? There are two options for this. Before going ahead with the course fees, there are two options, two arrangements, one-on-one personal classes and group classes. In one-on-one classes, there'll be one instructor and one participant dedicated for you. One instructor will be dedicated for you. The fee is INR 60,000. 30,000 can be paid before enrollment and 30,000 after starting. And if the fee is paid by 12 noon tomorrow, there's further discount, just 50,000. This Indian rupees are payable. And but we just have one or two seats for this because we mostly focus on the group classes. Let's talk about the group classes now. The normal fee is 21,000, but like I promised in the beginning, a special fee we announce normally in all the live webinars only. The fee is just INR 15,000, and in Australian dollars, it's 252. Uh, let's recap what all you get in the program. Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. Weekly one main class of 45 to 60 minutes, one practice class, access to recordings of the live classes for 3 months after the program is over, videos of all kriyas done in the class, written instructions, private WhatsApp group to ask your doubts and questions on a daily basis, individual participant progress tracking and feedback after every module, therapy customization in the 10th week, and audio instructions. How to enroll? There's a 5-step process. First step is to pay the program fee and then post payment receipt in the WhatsApp group. This is the same WhatsApp group in which you got the link to attend this webinar. Neha from our team, Neha or Jhansi from our team, they will confirm your payment and they will send you the participant onboarding form link and a class WhatsApp group join link. This is the same WhatsApp group in which you get daily support, in which you will be able to ask your doubts and questions in. And step 5 is to start attending classes to learn Ashtaang Chikitsa, simple 5-step process. These are the payment methods. For international payments, you can use your credit card, PayPal account, or a site called wise.com. The last one, this wise.com website, you can do a bank-to-bank transfer, and there's a very low transaction fee as compared to PayPal or as compared to credit card transaction charges. Uh, Classes starting again. I've already said, sharing again. 5 Jan, Monday, 7 p.m. And this is the world-class support team which will be at your service. We have Rachna Shivarbotra. She's the program director and the host of this webinar. Shalini Bhagwat is the class manager. Neha Upadhyay is the enrollment in charge, manager IT Ashwini. Then we have a team of mentors, Randana, Soni, Aruna, Neena, Meera, Sushma, Manvi, Anjali, Ganga, Arijit, and Vivek. Then in technical, we have Sheetal. Sheetal is the person who will help you if you face any issues related to technology. Like if you're not able to log in to your course dashboard, if you're not able, if your videos are not playing, if you're not able to download the instruction for all these issues, Sheetal is the person who will be helping you with. Then personal support, we have Anita Kavita Mehak. They'll be calling you on WhatsApp to find out how your program is going on. And if somebody is facing any problem, they'll resolve the problem very fast. That's why they call on the WhatsApp on a call. WhatsApp admin Anil Chauhan, that's me. I, along with Rachna ji and Neha, will be answering all your questions after the webinar in the WhatsApp group. Because due to shortage of time, we may not be able to answer all the questions, or we may not be able to pick up all the questions. So if your question is not taken or answered, please do not worry at all. Just post the same question in the WhatsApp group and we'll answer each and every question in detail. Now, time for bonuses. There's 2 super bonuses for fast action takers. What are those? If you enroll by 12 noon tomorrow, which is 20th December, you can unlock 2 amazing bonuses. What are they? Let us see. Bonus 1 is you get 12 months of access to class recordings instead of the 3 months. This is bonus 1. And the second one is really, really amazing. You also get 12 months of live Zoom consultations. Now, what do 12 months of live Zoom consultations mean? It means you take advantage of 48 live Zoom support sessions, 4 sessions a month for 12 complete months, 48. Ongoing mentorship and accountability for 12 months after the program ends. We are talking about after the program ends. It means you get expert guidance, answers, and clarity week after week, week after week. How this is a no-brainer offer? Because 12 months of access to class recording after the program is over, if we can just take INR 200 into 12, 2,400 is the cost. And this live Zoom support consultations, if you put it into monetary terms, just at INR 500 per session into 48, 24,000 is the cost, which is much more than the cost of the program. That's why we call it a no-brainer offer. Now, with Kumbhak, you can put an end to years of pain and suffering, because till now there was no option. Why we are forced, or why we are going towards allopathy only because we don't find any solution. But now you can put an end to that. And with Kumbhak, you can escape the side effects of allopathic medicines. Very, very important. And with Kumbhak, you can empower your body, because the body is the only entity which can heal itself without any medicine. If you support the body through Kumbhak, the body will support you. And with this, we invite you to enroll and get benefited by this amazing therapy. If you've got questions, we are here to answer them so that you get more clarity and confidence. Thank you and namaskar. I hand over the webinar back to Rachna. Rachna, you are muted.
So sorry. So Swamiji has joined us. So we will take up the questions without leaving. Good evening. Okay. So can you please write your questions in the chat? And what your alternatively, you can raise your hands and we will take the questions up one by one. Yes. Yes, now you can unmute. Swamiji. So this is the best time when you can ask your questions about your health. So please do not hesitate. Whether you join the program or not, it's very important that you clear your doubts with Swamiji himself. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Gaurav Agarwal, how can a mechanical problem like bulging disc be fixed with this?
First of all, if you notice why the disc bulge happens, if you want to know why the disc bulge happens, you'll have to actually know the mechanics of it. Now, for example, your spine needs a certain amount of traction, an upward force and a downward force. Only if this traction is there, the shape of the spine is proper. So, your body has a particular strength called as Udana Shakti. That means it maintains the vertical stretch of spine. Attraction upwards is called as Udana Shakti. Now, this strength, if it goes down, and I'll give you with an example, I'll tell you with an example, I'll give you an example. You take 33 flat round stones, drill a hole and put a rope. Now, how do all the stones remain vertical? If the stretch is upwards and downwards, everything will be vertical. Now, this factor, the Udana factor, becomes weak by age or by other means. Nowadays, even youngsters are not able to stay erect for a long period of time. They are losing on Udana Shakti, the upward moving force of your body, the strength of your body to keep itself vertical, or the strength of the spine to keep itself vertical. Now, we do a certain stretching poses where the breath is held for a certain amount of time. Now, if the breath is held, now to give you an example, now do you stretch your body at certain point of the day when you are tired or when you get up? You tend to stretch your body. But how do you stretch your body? Even you would have seen dogs and animals, they stretch their body. But how do they stretch their body? How do you stretch your body? You do a traction every day. Your body actually gives you a certain period of traction, time, where you stretch your body. But then if you notice, you stretch your body with the breath hold. You hold your breath and then stretch. That creates a certain amount of traction. Now, because the body has become weak, the metabolic strength has gone down, there are many other forces and factors which have gone down. Body is not able to do that traction. In the module itself, we have built methods where you will do it every day. If you do traction every day, now I'll also explain why doing a traction with your own strength and a physiotherapy traction. External force helps you to do a traction in physiotherapy. They are just very different things. If you do a traction with your own force, the strength of your body will improve. If you do a traction with an external force, the strength of your body will not improve. So physiotherapy doesn't improve the fundamental strength of your body, because it is an assisted traction. It is an assisted movement. Any kind of assisted movement will not improve your ability to move. So because there are a lot of support system for this body available to us, what we call as modernization, where we have actually entered into assisted living for everything. Assisted living for everything. So the body's ability to do movements, to have that kind of a strength which just 2 generations back your ancestors had, that has gone down drastically. Every effort you will see, you do any kind of work, pulling, pushing, jumping, lifting weight, you'll see you'll do it with a certain amount of breath hold. You hold your breath to do any dynamic activity. Even yoga, Zumba, aerobics, climbing staircases, dancing, singing, doing any kind of work, weight training, everything happens with a certain, when you do it. So it also means breath hold is the fundamental strength of your body. Now, I'll also compare it. If you try to think about what is the strength of your joints. Now, you'll come to know that weight holding, or weight lifting capacity is the strength of your joint. But how do you lift weight? Otherwise, there is something else also going on within yourself. When you lift weight, you hold your breath. So a certain amount of weight lift actually tells you about the strength of that particular joint. Similarly, certain amount of breath hold signifies the strength of your joint. If you have lost the strength of your joint, what fundamentally have you lost? The breath holding capacity. This breath holding capacity is a strength of your joints. Now, how many joints your spine has? So what is the strength of your spine? It is your breath holding capacity. Now, in 3 to 4 generations, we have lost breath holding capacity. That is why we have gotten ourselves into joint issues. To improve your fundamental breath holding capacity will improve the strength of your joints, will improve the strength of your spine, and you'll see you'll come out of your any kind of a spine problem. Now, having said it, even if you go for a surgery and your doctor will say, a surgeon will say, go for a surgery for this disc bulge. But can one surgery ensure that you will not get into some other disc bulge? Because surgery is not improving the shape handling strength of your body. Surgery doesn't improve any strength of your body. The strength of your spine doesn't get improved by a surgery. So you do a surgery for one disc bulge, you'll get another disc bulge. Kumbhak will improve the fundamental strength of your spine. It will help you to do a natural traction using your own forces and strength, thereby improving the strength of your spine, strength of your joint, neuromusculoskeletal coordination, and that's how you'll see you'll come out of your neuromusculoskeletal problem.
Okay. Next question is from Irina Morrison. Can this therapy help with nerve compression due to spondylolisthesis?
See, whatever name you call it, but nerve compression happens when two bones, they come together, closer. So attraction only can relieve the nerve. That is what I was talking about. We will do natural traction of all the joints, bone and nerve complex. So yes, this will help you to come out of spondylolisthesis.
Okay, Sarojini ma'am, how can polymyalgia rheumatica be fixed? This is one kind of autoimmune condition. PMR causes inflammation of the muscle.
So when you say autoimmune condition, so first of all, you need to understand what is an autoimmune condition. Whenever your immunity goes up without having a risk in the so-called risk in the body, because of which it should have shooted up, then that condition is autoimmune condition. But see, this is the definition what allopathy says. We don't agree with that definition of autoimmune condition. Whenever you put risk in your body, your immunity will shoot up. Your immunity is an emergency switch. It has to shoot up. Now, I don't know what you call petrol in this region, maybe gasoline. Anybody here who would put diesel in a petrol vehicle? No. Why? It's a pretty common sense. A petrol engine, a petrol IC engine is designed for petrol fuel. A diesel engine is designed for diesel fuel. But how many of you would agree that your body is designed for chemical consumption? Our body, human body is not designed for chemical intake. But from childhood, you are putting chemicals inside this body. When it comes to your vehicle, your common sense is on. But when it comes to your body, your common sense is switched off. Now, in the last 100 years, we don't even have a single evidence of medicine, allopathic medicine, has helped in neuromusculoskeletal problem or autoimmune disorder. Nobody has come out of rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. Nobody has come out of neurological progressive disease. Nobody has come out of bone issues. In fact, we are changing knees. We are putting artificial knees instead of the natural. We haven't been able to improve the strength of our natural bones, muscles. So when you say inflammation of muscles, the first thing you need to understand, there is a damage. Why there is a damage? Because your body's regenerative capacity, regenerative strength has come down. We call it metabolic disorder. The moment your body is able to utilize less percentage of food, just 3 to 4 generations back, your grandfather used to utilize 60 to 70% of what they used to consume. At this point of time, you are utilizing 40 to 50% of what you are consuming. That means whenever there is a damage, the regenerative process has become slow. When the regeneration is slower than degeneration, this condition creates inflammation in your body. The inflammatory markers of human body has gone up drastically in the last 3 to 4 decades. Because we are entering into a state where our metabolism is down and our immunity is up. They are just inversely proportional. If your metabolism goes down, your immunity will goes up, because metabolism going down is a risk for the body. When there is a risk for the body, the immunity will shoot up. The moment you put a pill inside your body, your immunity shoots up. Now, apart from pill, chemical medicine, we have entered into deviated food culture. Our food is what? Hybrid, inorganic, processed, genetically modified. Your body has a recognition towards your food. When your body is not able to recognize its food,
it will not do the metabolism properly. It will not digest it properly. Your metabolism will go down and your immunity will shoot. Your food is a risk. Medicine is a risk for your body. Food is a risk for your body. We have deviated the constitution of air around us, the atmospheric constitution. We were not designed to breathe and live in this kind of atmosphere. So even your breathing is a risk for the body. Whenever there is a risk for the body, the immunity shoots up. We call it autoimmune syndrome. Now, whatever you do, no medicine, no food can actually correct autoimmune disorder. We don't even have a single evidence in the last 100 years. So what should be done at this point of time? You have to improve the tolerance of your body towards medicine, towards food, towards deviated environment. And there are other factors which I'm not talking about at this point of time because it will become too big a subject. Now, living in the same condition, there are people who do not get into autoimmune condition. So what is the difference between those people who have not got themselves into autoimmune disease and the people who have got themselves into autoimmune disease? The tolerance is the key differentiation. People who have good tolerance will still remain healthy despite of the deviated condition, deviated food and medicine. And there are people whose tolerance is less, they'll get into some kind of a difficulty. Now, what is tolerance of a human body? We need to understand. Try to lift 10 kg weight and see how do you tolerate this 10 kg weight. How do you lift that 10 kg weight? You hold your breath and lift. People who have gone into weight exercise, gym, they know it. So if you have to lift 20 kg weight, you'll have to hold your breath a little longer. If you have to lift 30 kg weight, you have to hold even further longer, even further long. So what is tolerance? Tolerance is proportional to your breath hold capacity, how much you can hold your breath. So if your tolerance has come down, what you need to improve is your breath hold capacity. That's how your tolerance will improve. And you getting into difficulty living in the same condition of consumption ecosystem and the environmental ecosystem, even the socio-economic ecosystem, the tolerance will decide if you'll crash or not crash. So improving the tolerance is a must for today's human being. Right? The moment you improve the tolerance, Kumbha can also increase the metabolic strength. I'll tell you what is your metabolic strength. Basically, if you are inhaling for a certain period of time, say for example, 10 seconds. Now, if you can hold it for 40 to 50 seconds, then only your metabolism is good. To improve the metabolism, you will have to improve the breath hold capacity. Kumbhak, you'll have to do Kumbhak. If you improve the metabolism, immunity will balance itself out. If you improve the tolerance, immunity will not shoot up with a little deviation. In two ways, I have explained autoimmune syndrome, and Kumbhak can actually get you out of autoimmune syndrome. What we also have done is the first scientific research in the area of Kumbhak correlating with two factors of your body, inflammatory markers, and the second one is energy level, mitochondria health. Within 4 weeks, Kumbhak improves mitochondria health, thereby improving your energy level, and it reduces the inflammatory markers of your body. In that way also, you'll see that any kind of inflammation, be it of muscle, usually it happens in muscles, it will come down by doing Kumbhak.
Anybody from the participants who would like to ask the question can please do so.
There's one question. Would it help with osteoporosis in all the major joints?
See, osteoporosis happens because that's why you have in mind. Your body is not getting enough calcium. No, not at all. So our ancestors didn't have osteoporosis, and they were not putting calcium inside their body. So you'll have to see something else which nobody is looking at. The absorption of your body has come down. So if you see, if you compare 3 to 4 generation, you'll see the absorption in the body is coming down with every generation. And that's why by doing tests, you'll see there is a deficiency in the body, although we are eating much better than our ancestors. But then the deficiencies in the body are increasing day by day. By supplying calcium, do you know there is a calcium balance in the body? The body doesn't take extra calcium, only to a level where which it can actually absorb. Now, can we improve the absorption factor of your body? How does absorption happens? How does tissue exchange happens? Cellular exchange happens. Even if you see in your day-to-day life, if your kitchen sink or any plumbing system gets blocked, you will have to put pressure to open it up. So the pressure ecosystem of your body decides the exchange factor or exchange index in your body. Even if you are sipping juice, any kind of a drink through a straw, you are applying a certain force by pulling the air inside the straw. So this pressure, be any kind of pressure, difference actually creates absorption. How do you create pressure inside your body? The pressure ecosystem absorption are correlated. How do you create pressure inside your body? By holding your breath. There is no other way. So breath hold improves the pressure ecosystem of your body. In today's time, blood pressure and heart disease have become #1 cause of death. It also suggests the pressure ecosystem has got deviated in the last 100 years. Using your own strength to create a certain amount of pressure within the body corrects the pressure ecosystem. Within a blood pressure and heart disease program, where people are coming out of medicine just by doing Kumbhak, their blood pressure remains in a normal level, or what you call as in a level where they do not get any symptom of blood pressure. Even the current way of looking at blood pressure, the current dispensation of treatment, that means allopathy, the way it looks at blood pressure, blood sugar, there is a lot of question mark. They're trying to put everybody's blood pressure to 120/80, which is a very dangerous thing. Through this, the human body will lose all its tolerance and resilience. And you'll see these kind of heart attacks will increase in the world. So is it increasing in the world? Yes, we have data to prove it. So correcting the pressure ecosystem is urgently required by today's human being. Only then we'll be able to protect ourselves from heart disease, heart attacks, and blood pressure issues. It also improves the pressure ecosystem, improves the metabolic factor of your body. It improves the immune factor of your body. It improves absorption, thereby you will be able to absorb nutrients, vitamins, calcium from whatever you consume, because every food stuff has calcium in it. Your body is not just absorbing it. So the absorption factor, the absorption pressure is weak inside your body, and Kumbhak corrects that. Thereby, it will correct osteoporosis. And also, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a proof of it. In the last 100 years, nobody has come out of osteoporosis by consuming calcium.
Can I ask my question,
Yes,
Swamiji?
yes, go ahead, go ahead,
Yes,
go ahead.
ma'am.
Same continuation of osteoporosis. I have carotid stenosis, which is the calcification of my artery, neck artery. Now, is it actually the same thing what you said? My body was not absorbing calcium, and then the plaque was happening, and just because I stopped taking rich calcium food, now I have osteoporosis problem and the knee bursitis, I mean the hip bursitis and the knee pain, etc.
There is
So,
another factor also.
okay.
One is the absorption pressure. The other is in your body. From point A to point B, everything has to move. The body is a system where nothing has to be at one place. Everything has to move, but everything moves in a pressure gradient from high pressure to low pressure. Even in nature, you'll see cloud moves from one place to another in a pressure gradient. The wind flow happens in a pressure gradient. Water moves up a tree in a pressure gradient. There is a high pressure below and a low pressure above. That's why water moves up. In the body also, things move in pressure gradient. Now, we can correlate it with few other factors. The detox factor of your body depends upon the pressure ecosystem of your body. If the detox process or the flow of material in your body is not proper, then there will be deposition. Doing Kumbhak, what we have seen, even in your body, there are certain rough skin you'll find. Elbows, you'll find rough skin. Buttocks, rough skin. Some people have rough skin on shoulders. Some people have rough skin down the legs. And if you have small, small lumps on the skin, by doing Kumbhak, you'll see it will become smooth. The elasticity of your skin will improve, what we call as anti-aging. But it also moves inside. It also helps inside your body. Wherever there is a deposition, it will clear out. So Kumbhak helps to clear out any kind of deposition because things start moving inside the body. This pressure ecosystem is called as Vata in Ayurveda.
Yeah.
Kumbhak is something which corrects Vata in the most powerful way. Even Ayurvedic medicine doesn't have that uh, intensity of effect. It works slow. Ayurvedic medicine works slow. But Kumbhak, along with Ayurvedic medicine, can do wonders.
So
Kumbhak by
is it,
itself can do wonders.
so according to allopathy, they say it's not reversible because, that plaque calcification is solidified or whatever. With Kumbhak, is it reversible?
Yes, allopathy, whenever allopathic doctor says something, you'll have to fill in the blanks also because they leave certain blanks. When they say it cannot be reversed, the fill in the blanks is with medicine.
Okay.
You will have to put the fill in the because allopathic doctor are experts of chemical medicine, allopathic medicine. So when they say something that it cannot be reversed, they are saying it cannot be reversed with allopathic medicine. But it can be. We have people who have come out of these. These are simple issues actually. Your body can actually reverse it. Nobody in the world can reverse it.
Okay.
But the body works upon the certain fundamental strength of
Okay.
which it has. Now, your food also doesn't improve your strength. If people think any medicine can improve their strength, no. No medicine can improve your strength. No food can improve your strength. Food can give you a certain amount of energy. But food also gets digested on the amount of metabolic strength of your body.
Yeah.
Food doesn't increase the strength of your body. Only breath hold kumbhak can improve the fundamental strength of your body. Now, if the fundamental strength of your body gets increased, the reversing strength, the rejuvenating strength improves, the regenerating strength improves, the detox strength improves. Your body has the ability to reverse any disease, provided you give it strength back. No medicine can do that. No food can do that. No God can do that. It's your body who can reverse your disease, nobody else.
Thank you.
You have to give it strength back. And it can be given only through Kumbhak.
I would love to join the program.
If there's any more question, please ask. Otherwise, we'll end the session. We'll just wait for 10 more seconds.
Yeah, sorry. My name's Priti. I had a question. I've just been diagnosed with, I had a colonoscopy and they diagnosed I had lesions in my colon and they removed part of my colon. Now they're saying it has spread in the liver and there's 3 little lesions, but very small lesions in the liver, and they want me to have chemo, and I don't really want to have chemo. Would this help me?
Is it malignant? Is it
Yes.
cancerous?
Yes.
If it is cancerous, we run different programs. We run a program for cancer also.
Right.
That will help a little more because that is specific to a certain cause.
Right.
This program is designed in such a manner where it helps more towards neuromusculoskeletal problem.
Right.
If you want to do that program, we can help you getting in contact with that program managers,
Yes.
and you can do that program.
Yeah, sure. If I'd like that.
You just have to put your number down. Somebody will get in touch with you.
Yeah. I'm in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Anybody else who would like to ask their question?
Thank you for joining the webinar. May your health be good in future and your life be very, very happy. That's our wish.
Thank you so much to all the participants who took out their time to attend the session. So if you have any questions left, you can put it in the webinar group and we will answer it shortly. Till then, good night. Thank you.
I wanted to ask just one question. Can I ask quickly?
Sure, ma'am.
If I join, I'm really willing to join it. My daughter is coming from US and she will be with me. So if I miss the class, is there any way I can visit the recording and complete the practical? Because there are 2 dates which are clashing when she's leaving on that day. And
So, ma'am, you're going to get the PDFs and the video recordings. So that's not a worry at all.
so I can still join, and if I miss the class, I can catch up, right?
Yeah. Sure. No worries at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I ask one last question, if that's okay? Like,
Yes, it's more than okay, ma'am.
my father-in-law has been just diagnosed with Parkinson. So can this also help with that?
Actually, we run a separate program for Parkinson's, so he can join that. But does he understand Hindi as well?
Yes, he does.
So then you can leave your number, and Neha from our team is going to connect with you, and he
Okay.
can join the Parkinson's batch. And he.
Okay, thank you.
So Anilji, we'll just wait till she shares the number. Ma'am, please write down your number. Neha will make a note of it. For Parkinson's.
I just posted the number.
Okay.
Thanks.
Let me see. Okay. Where is the number? I cannot see the number.
In the group, in the WhatsApp chat.
Okay, you shared in the WhatsApp chat. Have you written Parkinson's, ma'am?
I have written that, yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you. We'll Neha from our team is going to get in touch with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Namaste and good night.